not a fool. Here's their very alarming reaction. The reasons behind egotistical behaviors, like giving themselves too much praise, have been hard to figure out for a long time. This keeps people in bad behavior patterns. These people often hide their feelings of shame by giving the impression that they are better than others. But the link between avoiding certain people and trying to show off their wealth can make the message less clear. Please watch another movie to learn more about this subject. First, let's talk about the main reason why narcissists today are so good at manipulating and charming their victims. Narcissists have taken advantage of and twisted us for far too long. This game has to end because the odds are against them. After gathering strong proof of their existence, we now have a deep knowledge of our enemies. In addition, they have perfected a technique that lets them copy our movements, show us affection, and eventually catch us. It is very important to understand that narcissists will do anything to get their victims. Nothing can stop them from chasing their target once they set their sights on it. They are always watching us and asking us why we do the things we do. When narcissists think it will help them get control or hurt us, they don't think twice about getting into our private lives. Maintaining their image is important to narcissists because it keeps them busy and gives their lives value. They see life as a game that never ends and must be won at all costs. Their favorite thing to do is catch new food. They get more satisfaction from their viewers the longer they can keep up their act and get more done. People who are narcissists are very good at seizing opportunities and will do anything to get more of their narcissistic feed. They know that if they want to reach their goals, they need to take consistent, well-thought-out steps. They are constantly questioning us to find out what we are thinking, what we want, and where we are weak. They think they are the most important thing and are only concerned with their own needs and wants. Because they watch and study us, they learn a lot about our habits and actions, both mental and physical. They figure out what makes us happy or sad and often do what we want them to do. We still don't know much about them, though. The person we fell in love with was just a reflection of ourselves, hiding who they really were. For a narcissist, learning about your life is more important than showing who they really are. They look at and study you very carefully, but they don't reveal who they are. To keep you guessing about who they are and what they can do, they want you to always be interested. By making you seem mysterious, they make it less likely that you will leave or betray them. They think that if you try to understand, forgive, and love them again, you will keep doing what they say. Narcissists get a lot of power and get what they want by being very good at observing others. By paying close attention to our habits and behaviors, they can take them on as their own, making us feel good about themselves to gain our trust and love-bombing us to make us give in. They take advantage of the chance to get respect and love from strangers because they know how to do it and are willing to take the risk. Why do they use such sneaky methods to get what they want? To put it simply, they enjoy setting you up to fail and taking pleasure in seeing your final failure. As they watch your once happy moves slowly change into sadness, they feel good about it. They love the feeling of victory that comes from seeing a strong opponent lose. Their idea of the final prize is for you to die. But if you know how narcissists work and how they trick people, you can avoid falling into their traps. You make it harder for them to trick and trap you by giving them more information than they have. It is important to understand that narcissists are skilled manipulators who can trick even the smartest people. They'll do anything to meet your needs, and to do that, they spend a lot of time researching their victims. Narcissists become obsessed with the people they want to hurt, and never stop trying to find out more about them. But as their tricks are found out, and their sneaky games of manipulation are no longer hidden, their power decreases. You can protect yourself from narcissists' efforts to trick, trap, and control you by learning about their tricks and strategies. It is very important to learn about narcissism and narcissists in school. We can understand what drives them, which gives us the power to succeed. Narcissists carefully look at our weak spots and use them against us to gain power. We can predict and avoid future disasters if we know how they plan to do things. We have finally found out what they are really like after working in the dark for a while. Thank goodness we now understand how they think. To keep ourselves safe, we need to be alert and not fall for their tried and true tricks. When dealing with narcissists, you need to be determined to win. People who are narcissistic tend to put themselves in the spotlight, having a skewed sense of how important they are and an endless need for approval from others. It can be hard to feel sorry for people who are so focused on themselves, and the reasons for that might not always be clear. New study has shown that many narcissists are not naturally selfless. Instead, they are driven by a deep-seated hatred of themselves. Lack of self-worth and a constant need for approval have been linked to flexing online and other selfish behaviors. This makes us question what we think we know about narcissists and how we treat them, because we now know that some of them hate themselves. Narcissists can't do anything because they feel insecure and ashamed, so they spend their whole lives trying to control how other people see them. New research from New York University shows that people who are very narcissistic may actually be psychopaths, driven not by a need for power, but by an insatiable desire for praise and admiration from others. No matter the type, narcissists are very dangerous, and it's very helpful to understand how they think and act. I really hope that this video taught you something useful. Feel free to leave your ideas and thoughts in the column below. If you liked what you saw and want to see more, please subscribe to our channel and turn on alerts. Many thanks for taking the time to watch this movie and for your continued support. Hello, wonderful viewers. I'm thrilled to be back, and today's video is truly special. Just thinking about it brings a smile to my face. Why, you ask? Because the narcissist made a colossal blunder. They underestimated you. Yes, my friends, they failed to grasp the extent of your power, and we're about to dive into the delightful details. Get comfortable, grab a snack, and let's explore. So, how did they make this mistake? Well, they erroneously believed they could control and manipulate you indefinitely. They thought you'd keep falling for their toxic tactics, the gaslighting, the mind games. But oh, what a massive mistake on their part. Did they not realize your intuition and sharp insight? Gradually, you exposed their true nature, and not only did you recognize it, but you also put a decisive stop to it. Let's be clear. The narcissist invested time and effort trying to deceive and undermine you. But now you stand tall with boundaries, standards, and clarity. No more being taken for granted. You're no longer a victim. You've reclaimed your power. The narcissist underestimated your strength, unable to fathom the lengths you'd go to restore your well-being and dignity. Today, we're celebrating that strength, the power within each of us. So, let's raise our spirits high and revel in this joyful video together. Your power and knowledge should never be underestimated. Did the narcissist not realize they were playing with fire by messing with you? Oh, how clueless they were, thinking they could play their games forever, manipulating and abusing you on every level. They took so much from you, left you feeling worthless, small, and insignificant. Do they genuinely believe they can get away with this? Certainly not. Allow me to share a truth. Throughout the entire time, they projected their insecurities, flaws, and shortcomings onto you, as if engaging in a twisted game with the sole rule being to take everything you possess. However, Both you and I know this assumption lacks factual support. You, with your intuitive understanding, perceived the truth and steadfastly refused to buy into their lies. We've all faced trauma and challenges, yet you always sensed something was amiss with this individual. From the very beginning, your intuition whispered to you, though doubts occasionally crept in, questioning, "Am I overthinking this? Maybe they're not so bad." Nevertheless, your intuition remained a constant companion, planting the seed of knowledge within you. It illuminated the fact that despite outward appearances, something wasn't right. You maintained keen observation, witnessing every occurrence and experiencing the accompanying negative emotions. Your engagement with yourself and synchronization with your emotions were truly remarkable. Remember this: navigating the twists and turns of life is possible only by relying on your inherent wisdom and intuition. The audacity of the narcissist led them to believe they could perpetuate their entitled and distorted ways without facing consequences. They assumed you were too naive to discern their subtle manipulation, viewing your emotions as a mere tool for their exploitation. A clever illusion meant to convince you of your supposed feebleness. It was all just a game to them. They distorted reality, weaving a deceptive web of lies and twisted narratives, arrogantly confident that everyone could be brainwashed like them. Immersed in an alternate fantasy world, they tirelessly worked to manipulate your emotions, pushing you to a point where distinguishing truth from their lies became nearly impossible, and their version of reality felt like your own. However, their critical mistake lay in underestimating your strength and knowledge. You were not a pawn in their twisted games. With your intuition and inner wisdom, you comprehended their actions, recognizing the menacing nature of their behavior and its impact on you. Despite their belief that they could control and diminish you, you stood firm, refusing to let them undermine your worth and destroy your confidence. What the narcissist failed to grasp was that they were projecting their flaws and insecurities onto you, and their illusions crumbled in the face of your intuition and inner understanding. Despite the trauma and challenges, you remain resolute and connected to yourself. You acknowledge that the narcissist's actions were unacceptable, and you vow never to tolerate such mistreatment again. Guided by your inner power and wisdom, you continue to live in your truth. Stand tall in that knowledge, understanding that nothing can diminish your inherent power or worth. The narcissist's arrogance knew no bounds as they presumptuously believed you would forever remain oblivious to their manipulative tactics. They saw your emotions as an easy target, assuming they could effortlessly mold and distort you to suit their desires. Living dangerously on the precipice between fantasy and reality, they wove a perilous web of lies, anticipating your compliance with their distorted way of life. Their relentless efforts aimed to bend and warp the truth, coercing you to adopt their skewed perspective. Initially, their manipulations took hold, but deep within, you sensed the wrongdoing of their actions. The narcissist believed they had successfully broken you, trapping you within their manipulative web indefinitely. However, they couldn't have been more mistaken. Their constraints did not stifle your capacity to heal, grow, and emerge stronger after enduring such torment. You surpassed their expectations. They assumed that analysis alone constituted true healing, but little did they realize that genuine recovery stemmed from self-awareness and self-actualization. It necessitated revisiting, reassessing, and reconstructing everything in your mind, free from the confines of their distorted fantasy world and grounded in the harsh realities of life. Their love for the fantasy world blinded them to the possibility of true healing as they recoiled from confronting the reality of their twisted personalities. For them, living engrossed in the world they created was the only way to exist, perpetuating a cycle devoid of genuine self-awareness and growth. You, however, refuse to let their delusions dictate your life. Utilizing your inner strength and wisdom, you liberated yourself, not only surviving but thriving. While the narcissist remains ensnared in their own illusions, you flourish and grow in ways beyond their comprehension. The narcissist remains stagnant, unchanging, and non-evolving. Like a predictable clock, they repeat the same behaviors, recycle experiences, and manipulate different individuals in a never-ending cycle. They lack genuine connection with themselves and others, instead inhabiting a separate reality constructed upon an inherent need for control and domination. When they subject their victims to their twisted ways, they realize a crucial element. They need their victims to immerse themselves in a fantasy world. Night and day, they toil to ensure that their victims never escape this illusion, employing the basics of brainwashing. Continuous lies, the fabrication of alternate realities, and a calculated effort to prevent the truth from emerging define their manipulative tactics. You might question the motivation behind such harm. It's simple. They don't want you to leave. Their aim is to maintain power over you, keeping you perpetually around. In their strategic mindset, trapping you means securing a continuous supply of your validation and attention. They have no intention of relinquishing their grip. Once they have you where they want you, the idea of seeking new individuals loses its appeal. Their malevolent scheme aims to keep you entranced and under their control. However, you've broken free. You exude strength, power, and wisdom, impervious to any narcissist's attempts to breach your resilience. Your life is unbound by their manipulative chains, limitless in potential, while they remain confined in their self-created hell. The narcissist is aware that they cannot indefinitely retain you in their subterfuge. They understand that, eventually, you and other victims will discern their distorted methods and acknowledge a fundamental flaw in their character, that something is seriously amiss. In response, they craft schemes and plots, utilizing every available tool to ensnare you in their dark and twisted fantasy realm. They believe that prolonging a person's stay will validate the effectiveness of their manipulations. However, no matter how much time they invest with their victim, reality prevails, and the victim inevitably sees through the deception. The harsh truth is that people, including close family members, eventually leave. The narcissist fails to grasp that their fabrications can't indefinitely retain individuals. Sooner or later, the victim becomes aware of the underlying issues with this individual and decides to step away, even if they may have been misled into lingering for a brief period. Yet, the narcissist remains oblivious, incapable of comprehending the extent of their twisted methods. They believe they have outsmarted everyone, convinced that no one can penetrate their web of lies. Little do they realize that people intuitively sense that something is awry, even if they cannot articulate it precisely. However, you were different. You saw through their falsehoods and recognized a fundamental flaw in their character. Although you couldn't precisely pinpoint the issue, your instincts alerted you that something was off. You took a step back, assessed the situation, and discerned the reality unfolding. The narcissist, in their miscalculation, believed they could ensnare you indefinitely, anticipating that you wouldn't see through their deceit or summon the strength to heal and progress. Yet you defied their expectations. Breaking free from their entanglement, you overcame their intricate web of lies and forged ahead, leaving them in your wake. However, the narcissist refuses to let go. They persistently observe you, lurking in the shadows, meticulously monitoring your every move. Their fixation endures even post-breakup, and they can't resist keeping tabs on you. This unsettling and distressing game can make you feel confined and powerless. But rest assured, you're not alone in this journey. I offer one-on-one consultations to support you during this challenging time. Additionally, there's a mentorship program and a journal club that can complement any counseling or therapy you're undergoing. Don't forget our free Discord server, providing a space to converse with others who have experienced similar situations in a welcoming environment. It's akin to a peer support group, a sanctuary where you can feel secure and supported. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope this message brings you encouragement. Remember, support is always within reach, and you are not alone. Farewell. I trust you're having a fantastic day. Let's delve into a crucial oversight made by a narcissist in relation to you. They genuinely underestimated you, and it's a point I want to highlight in today's discussion. This miscalculation holds significant implications for anyone dealing with a narcissist. Had they foreseen this, their behavior towards you would have taken a different course. Unfortunately, they missed this insight, but I'll delve deeper into it in the upcoming video. Before we get started, a quick heads up. I host live sessions every Tuesday on this channel. These sessions provide a fantastic opportunity for us to connect and discuss any questions or thoughts you may have. Joining our community is straightforward, and there are no obligations. Your presence is eagerly awaited. Now let's get back to the main topic, the narcissist's misjudgment concerning you. Their failure to anticipate this revelation is rooted in their underestimation of your capabilities. They believed they could persist in their manipulative tactics, assuming you would stay unaware. Their arrogance and sense of entitlement led them astray, thinking you wouldn't challenge their actions. Eventually, it dawned on them that their tactics no longer held sway over you. You became the boundary. Every individual grappling with a narcissist inevitably encounters this stage in the intricate dance of relationships. There are moments when the boundaries we've established face a rigorous examination. It's in these instances that we confront a crossroads, a pivotal moment demanding introspection and comprehension as we discern the patterns in the behavior of those in our midst. A tapestry of deceit may unfold. Perhaps, on multiple occasions, you sensed a disconcerting discord, an inkling that all might not be as it appears. Your intuition, the unwavering compass guiding you through life, has played a pivotal role. Even amid hesitations, the narcissist possesses an intuition, a compass of their own, one they opt to disregard in the pursuit of their self-centered desires. Despite their efforts to deceive, manipulate, and confine you, you remained attuned to your inner guide. Their assumption that they could choreograph your decisions and persuade you of their indispensability in your life exposes a fundamental misunderstanding. It was a belief that fueled their persistence, a conviction that you would never break free from their influence, that you would perpetually revolve in their orbit. Yet, you've arrived at a turning point. Through a blend of hunches, fleeting premonitions, and perhaps even dreams, you've lifted the veil of deception. Trusting your instincts, you embarked on a journey of self-education, delving into the complexities of narcissism. Armed with knowledge, you pierced through the meticulously constructed facade, gaining profound insight into the true reality. The pivotal revelation lies in their profound underestimation of you. Their assumption that they could elude accountability for their actions, secure in the belief that you would never retaliate, is unequivocally proven wrong. The strength within you, fueled by awareness and resilience, stands ready to defy their misguided expectations. Narcissists and empathetic individuals like yourself share certain traits. Allow me to elaborate before dismissing this notion. Both possess hypersensitivity, keenly attuning to others' feelings, facial expressions, and body language. However, the narcissist harbors an ulterior motive. They are dark empaths. They perceive people, though they may not genuinely feel, utilizing this knowledge to manipulate, as emotional invulnerability conceals their true selves. This is their perceived superpower, shielding them from public relations scrutiny. Navigating the intricate dynamics of dealing with a narcissist can be emotionally taxing, given the complex web of emotions and interactions that set them apart. What renders them vulnerable, however, is their miscalculation of your ability to decipher their intricate manipulations. Their strategy often involves withholding information, underestimating your intellect, and assuming that by concealing their moves, they can safeguard themselves from vulnerability. In their perception, you lack the insight to unravel their tactics. It's essential to acknowledge that the narcissist's strategy originates from a belief that projecting an impenetrable facade will shield them from your scrutiny. They underestimate your intelligence, presuming that by presenting a mysterious front, they can escape your ability to discern their true intentions. However, concealed emotions and withheld facts don't elude your perception. They manifest as discordance in your understanding. Gradually, your intuition unfolds, gaining awareness over time and exposing the narcissist's mistake in misjudging your abilities. Amidst such challenges, seeking guidance and support becomes crucial. The Bible offers valuable insights into dealing with selfishness, self-promotion, and idolatry, providing a moral compass to navigate complex relationships. Grasping biblical teachings, such as prioritizing the well-being of others and embracing humility, can serve as a source of strength in the face of manipulation. By exploring these principles within their proper context, one can cultivate a deeper understanding of the value of self-sacrifice and serving others as a means of personal growth and development. If you find yourself grappling with the challenges posed by a narcissist, don't hesitate to seek guidance. Drawing from both spiritual and practical sources to navigate the complexities of such relationships and acting against their expectations brings about palpable surprise. Your decisive actions, whether prompting departure or confrontation, are something they never foresaw. Perhaps you've already departed, prompting their attempts at hoovering, struggling to regain control and reinstate influence. However, their endeavors falter, and their once potent techniques lose their grip. Their reluctance to release your presence stems from a desire to uphold a consistent source of emotional sustenance. They aim to retain the ability to effortlessly capture your attention, wield influence, and deter your departure. Their objective is to imprison your thoughts, fostering the belief that self-improvement rests solely on your shoulders. Through repetitive degradation, they endeavor to ensnare you in a cycle of self-doubt, obscuring the path to freedom. In the intricate dance of manipulation orchestrated by a narcissist, the notion that perpetual belittlement would forever bind you exposes a profound error on their part. However, as you ascend to the pinnacle of realization, their miscalculations come sharply into focus. The crux of the matter lies in the narcissist's misguided belief that they have successfully trapped you, ensuring your permanence within their dominion. Yet, it is your capability to break free from these shackles that highlights the strength of your character and resilience. The journey of self-discovery involves heeding your instincts, a lesson learned firsthand. This process extends beyond escaping the clutches of a narcissist. It's a pathway to personal growth and progress. Moving forward is imperative, as it is in this forward momentum that true development and empowerment manifest. Your instincts, proven steadfast in navigating the intricate web of narcissistic manipulation, serve as an invaluable guide, a lifeline leading you toward a brighter, more authentic future. Trust in the purposefulness of your gut feelings and embrace them wholeheartedly. For those wrestling with similar challenges, personalized consultations offer valuable support and insights. Explore the description below for additional resources and delve deeper into the intricacies of narcissistic behavior through engaging video content. Your journey is one of resilience and self-discovery, and we eagerly anticipate your continued presence in our upcoming content. Until then, farewell, and may your path be illuminated by newfound understanding and strength.